Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reality Allie, and I talk all things Big Brother, and I also talk all things reality TV, but right now I talk all things Big Brother. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive into it. The Big Brother live feeds begin in exactly 9 minutes and 15 seconds as I'm literally waiting. The sound, it's like I'm breathing fresh air. No, actually what's going to sound like breathing fresh air is this. A fresh Alani. Listen, let me tell you something. It's about to be a long night, so this is not sponsored. Oh, that hit just right. Not sponsored, but you're probably going to need to grab an Alani tonight because it's going to be a long night of catching up on 5 days worth of crap that happened. Speaking of 5 days worth of crap that happened, let's just go ahead and dive right into this. What I'm going to talk about on this video is obviously not the live feeds because they start in now 8 minutes. I gotta hurry. I wanted to get this filmed tonight before the live feeds start because I'll just be locked into those, and I'll get this video, I'll edit it while I'm watching the live feeds and get it posted. But what I wanted to tell you guys is everything that I was thinking about the premiere and the second episode that we got tonight, which is 7/13. It's currently now 7/14, but you know what I mean. Sunday night, it's now Monday morning, but whatever. I wanted to talk about it because there were a lot of really important things to touch on, probably not so much on the premiere episode. Now is your chance to scroll on if you haven't watched both of those episodes, or save the video and come back, of course. But Rachel Riley is obviously our 17th house guest, as many of us had suspected. That is really exciting for me. I love Rachel. I'm really excited about that. But the most important thing here that I wanted to touch on is when I look back at all of my videos that I posted about my thoughts on the cast, a lot of this cast, maybe over half, have little to no knowledge about Big Brother, and that was further emphasized tonight when Rachel had to explain to Zach who she was, and he's like, oh my God, you met your husband on this show? You could have not even seen the season with Rachel and Brendan. You could have, or seasons with Rachel and Brendan. You could have seen other seasons of Big Brother, but they are referred to in other seasons. So evidently he has no Big Brother knowledge whatsoever, right? And I'm not one to speculate on production and what production is doing, but they are definitely setting up Rachel for success because, one, we found out tonight, so I'm mixing the two things we learned because they all just combine. Honestly, on the premiere, all we did is get to know the house guests a little bit, and then they played some stupid-ass games that nobody cares about, and then that mean nothing. If you are brand new to Big Brother, please know that nothing that happened on finale night will probably ever be talked about again, including the saboteur / what are they calling her? I keep calling it saboteur because that's traditionally what it would be, but it's basically the Big Brother accomplice, which was so dumb. The accomplice was dumb. Unless they're going to continue this on more like a sorry, my nose is itching. More like a saboteur twist, then there's no reason for this accomplice whatsoever, and it's nonsensical, and that is very much Big Brother. So, I think that Rachel is being set up for success because nobody really knows much about her. The few people that we do have that knew her prior, the few super fans we have, they like her. I had accurately predicted that Rachel would want to align herself with Captain Will. I had accurately predicted that he would be fine with aligning with her too. And that's exactly what happened. Rachel was set up for success this week because nobody can vote her out. And in my view, that's great for Rachel, and it's also great for the rest of the house. They need to be taking Rachel out of their minds right now and focusing on what they can control. If anyone starts having conversations about Rachel's dangerous, we got to get her out, which we saw Jimmy doing that. It's a red flag, and you need to step back, guys, and let's not have that conversation yet. Worry about it next week. There's nothing we can do this week. If somebody brings that conversation to you, that might be a good chance to be like, oh yeah, I agree a little, but you don't need to be diving too deep into this. So Rachel's being set up for success because she's safe this week. Does it suck that she's have not? Yes, but production totally did that for the bit. They want to milk everything for Rachel Riley that she's worth, right? Because what if she leaves week 2 and she was not a have not? We don't get to see her as a have not. Maybe we don't get to see her. Let's say we don't even get to see her, I don't know, form an alliance, which she did. She ended up forming an alliance. But you see what I'm saying. Production wants to make sure that we get to see fun stuff from Rachel week 1, and her being in the have-not room is going to be great. It also sets her up for success with those have-nots because that gave her an opportunity to bring a few people in to being safe with her, which I accurately predicted she would want to be with Will, and that's what she did. She picked Will because she wanted to be on Will's good side. Will was accepting of that, and I see a good alliance flourishing between the two. Production also set her up for success because she's in a house with idiots. Let's be honest, this is BB 16 and she's Derek. I'm so serious right now. With over half of this house having little to no information about Big Brother and about any lore or anything, there are some people that I think were told a lot about Big Brother. Ava seems like, since her brother is a super fan, it seems as though her brother has really prepared her. And some people evidently have watched some seasons, right? Like Zay, for example. He obviously watched an episode or two, but that's it. And even like I said on if you want to go back and watch my initial reactions on the house, those are all already posted before this video. So you're welcome to go back and watch those. But I said about Zay that he just looked like he'd only watched an episode or two of Big Brother. And that was true. I didn't think that Zach would know. I thought that Zach was pretending to be a fan, but didn't really know it. And I just told you that she had to tell him who she was and who her husband was. And so evidently he knows nothing as well. So there's that. The live feeds now start in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I've got to hurry. Anyways, so moving forward to Rachel Riley's alliance that she made tonight. She made an alliance with Amy. I was iffy on Amy and how well Amy would do. But Amy is the saboteur. Well, I keep getting confused. Not saboteur. What is it called? Accomplice. Amy is the accomplice, like I told you already. Amy is the accomplice. I don't think it'll be long before Amy outs to Rachel Riley that she was the accomplice. I do actually enjoy this alliance between the two of them. Amy is 43. Rachel is 40. They're both moms. I think Amy being the accomplice was also strategic for production. I think production I just think production knew that this would be a fit Rachel for somebody that Rachel could be in an alliance with. But this is also the point in time where I tell you about Ashley and about Showergate. Showergate is a huge fiasco that took place on the second episode, and it sucks that we didn't have the live feeds because that is exactly why it would have been great to have the live feeds on night one. That would have been wonderful TV. So with Ashley getting into this whole Showergate situation, just to kind of like explain what happened with that, Ashley ended up taking a shower in the HOH bathroom before Vince, who won HOH. We found out Vince won HOH on episode 1, but this happened on episode 2. Now, the reason why this was important is because it really seemed to blow up throughout the house, where house guests were noticing that she was gone for a long time. They all got to talking and realized that she was in the HOH shower. Now, this is important for a couple of reasons. One, half of these people don't know the game of Big Brother. Half of these people don't know that it's extremely common for people to take showers in the HOH room. But it's also important to know that it's night one, so I don't care how common it is. That was a little weird, and maybe you should have just let Vince have his room, And she also told him it would be 10 minutes, and it was definitely longer than 10 minutes. I don't know how long that shower really was because we didn't have the live feeds, right? It appeared to me based on the edit that maybe the time increased. Maybe it started off as an hour, and then it turned into an hour and a half, and then it turned into 2 hours. I don't know. We didn't have the live feeds, and that is why live feeds are important, because we have no idea how that was edited. And now the live feeds are back up, so I am going to be able to figure out if that's still relevant. It looks like we had Rachel Riley in the house talking to Jimmy, of all people. And then we have pretty much all of the other house guests outside. We got a couple people playing pool. We got a couple people in the hot tub. For now, let me dive into these live feeds. Let me figure out what's happening. Let me sleuth a little bit, and you will get your live feed recap tomorrow. See you later, be besties. Bye.